Cash Cabin Studio. I'm Shooter Jennings, son of old Waylon. Tonight we're hanging out with three artists who followed three unique paths to success. John Anderson, Kellie Pickler, Reno's own Hellbound Glory.
And my old friend John Carter Cash, right here in his dad's cabin.
So grab a drink and kick back as we tell some stories, play some music, and have a laugh or two. Because you never know what's going to happen on the Midnight Special.
Hey, my brother. Welcome to the cabin.
Good to see you.
Now I want to break this glass table.
Do it.
Can I go fishing?
Hey, all I know is I'm just trying not to break anything here.
How easy was that?
Yeah, well, I like you.
I like you too, man.
Yeah, that was.
It's great to have everybody here. My father, he'd go out on the road and he'd work hard, and he'd come home and he'd find that the house over here might be just as loud as the road. So he built this little room here that we're in right now. When he started to work with Rick Rubin on the American recordings, he decided he wanted to do some of those recordings here. It's just a great spirit. There's a lot of history in this wood, and we got a great life that is kicking and strong right now.
Yeah, man.
What's so cool about this crowd is that everybody here kind of has a different background, you know, and it's a really interesting crew of people here, but yet we all kind of come together on the same, over the same thing, which is kind of country music and pure.
Share the same passion.
Purists in our own messed up ways, you know what I mean? Well, we'll start with you for the moment. Like, I'd love to know how you got to be, you know,
Well,
John Anderson.
I moved to Nashville when I was 17, just out of a pure love of the country music. And I came for the long haul. I came to stay.
Yeah.
And that's why, of course, through the years I've told them, you know, you're not gonna run me off. You know, I'm here. At that time, the country music crowd, believe it or not, was not a young crowd at all. I mean, There were no kids. If you weren't 35 or older, you weren't considered legitimate in country music. I really wanted to see young people come out to country music, you know. You know, we had a lot of good luck through the years with cutting songs like Chicken Truck and Swinging.
Hey, John, why don't you get that guitar and do a little bit of swing?
Oh, perfect.
That'd be a show hog here.
What brought you to Nashville?
This.
Shooter?
They bought us plane tickets and everything.
And what's so cool about them, man, I mean, they're harder edge. I mean, but it's music for this generation. It's like, you know, there's Charles Bukowski, those kind of writers, Hunter S. Thompson, all those things that really dealt with what was going on. And that's kind of the country music that they're playing.
I came to Nashville when I was 19 years old with my junior college. It was like a club that was in a junior college called Phi Theta Kappa. It wasn't a frat, but it was like for people who were doing good in junior college. And the whole reason I joined it is because there was a trip to Nashville. I spent the whole entire time downtown on Broadway. And I went to a place called Layla's Bluegrass Inn. Some old boy said, there's a band that you need to see. And they're called Joe Buck and the Hillbilly All-Stars. They played all night. They played 3-4 hours. All traded off, had a hoot, drinking.
You know, it's funny. I mean, I'm 33. When that was happening, I was so oblivious to it. I didn't hear any of y'all's bands that were coming out, and I was like ready to get out of Nashville. Like I was like, this sucks. Like I hated Garth Brooks. I hated like all that stuff that was happening. You know, but like, but it's funny. I'll take Garth Brooks any day now compared to what's going on. He's way more country than.
He's on the edge.
Yeah, right.
That guy's really out there now.
We lowered our standards somehow.
Together we're building up. Let's try it again. Well, now she's my lady, look, hey, I'm a wild card man. Together we're building up a real hot hand. We live out in the country, and she my little queen of the South. And now we're two kind, working on a full house. She wakes me every morning with a smile and a kiss. Her strong country loving is hard to resist. My easy loving woman, I'm a hard-working man, no doubt. And now we're two kind of working on a full house. And I pick up truck, it's still limousine, and a favorite dress is a faded blue jeans. She love me tender when the going get rough. Sometimes you fight just so we can make up. Lord, I need that little woman like that.
I would love to talk to you about your path, because the public knows you through the American Idol thing and all that, but you know, as I've gotten to know you as a person over time, I've started to realize how much of a traditionalist you are and how much you know about, you know, classic country music.
I've always wanted to do what Dolly Parton does. You know, I've always wanted to do what Loretta Lynn does. After the show, that's always the songs that they bring up.
Highlight.
Man, we love that Kitty song. We love that Loretta. We love that Al Dexter song.
And some of the
whatever.
songs themselves stand like that. I mean, some of the old songs are that great.
There's so many people that want
We're
to
missing
hear
that,
that
too.
traditional sound. One of the biggest reasons why I fell in love with country music is because of Miss Kitty Wells.
Well,
And I don't think I need to say any more about
She was
that.
the real deal.
Yeah, exactly. And I would love to sing one of her songs. And I'm no Kitty Wells,
We'd
but
love to hear
we're
it.
gonna try anyhow. Here we go.
As I sit here tonight, the jukebox playing a tune about the wild side of life. As I listen to the words that you are saying, it brings memories when I was a trusting wife. It wasn't God who made honky-tonk angels, as you say in the words of the song. Too many times married men think they're still single. That has caused many people to go wrong.
I'm so jealous that you knew her and
I was real lucky to get here just the right time, it seemed like, to
Yeah.
meet a lot of the great country music folks. You know, we're sitting here in Big John Cash's cabin.
I know this is
I mean,
crazy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
On that note,
Yeah.
let's get trashed. No, I'm just kidding.
I'd like to revisit American Idol in a way. I would like to know, okay, first of all, a fellow like yourself, Leroy, Like, would you go on American Idol?
Trust me,
What do you
ain't gonna
think
hurt
about
my
it?
feelings.
I doubt he would have stood in line long enough to get to the audition.
I
He would
think-
have been wandered around.
And I understand what you're saying because I do have pride. I'm very prideful. And when you
balls.
do a show like that, you have to suck up your pride and you do what the hell you have to do
Yeah.
to get where you're going.
We're in the future, and there's televisions and internets and interwebs and intertubes and all these things. But really, the American Idol system of how that worked is not much different than how Nashville has always worked, right?
You bet.
Because they have people
Hey.
that come along that are
Oh, how
singers.
so?
And
Well, when you were talking about the show, you know, like, and if you're going to be on that show, then you just have to suck it up and just do. Okay, well, let me tell you a little bit about before the show. So you get a major record deal, finally. We want you to do this song. I'm thinking, shit, why?
Why?
That song ain't that great. Well, that's not the right answer.
Yeah.
And then, of course, after they tell you why, you say, well, screw that. Uh-oh,
That's the nice way
another
of
bad
putting it.
answer. If you could work that system, then, and if you had just enough success, you could get away with a swinging or a Seminole Wind. And both of those songs nearly didn't make the record,
God's
by
sake.
the way.
Wow.
Seminole
James
Wind was too
Taylor's cover
regional.
of that
Too
is-
regional.
Are you serious?
Yeah, too regional. Nobody else outside of South Florida wants to hear that, I was told. I said, man.
That's where suits and ties get in the way.
Oh, don't trust me.
The thing is,
I
is
kicked a
suits
lot
and
of them out of
ties,
the way.
They
I
don't know
told
what
them all.
people in trailer parks want to
get out of my
listen to,
way.
You know, that's where I grew up.
It's
I
like,
totally get it.
Finally, when I got able enough and wasn't afraid of losing my apartment rent or whatever, it was like, no, we're going to do these songs. You know, we're going to do them, and we'll just see what happens. Anyway, I was telling them this is a song I wrote about going back home. It's called Seminole Wind. Ever since the days of old, men would search for wealth untold. Dig for silver and for gold, and leave the empty hole. And way down south in the Everglades, where the black water rolls and the sawgrass waves, the eagles fly and the otters play in the land of the Seminole. Blow, blow, Seminole wind, blow like you're never gonna blow again. I'm calling to you like a long lost friend, but I know who you are. And blow, blow from the Okeechobee all the way up to Mickey, blow across the home of the Seminole, alligators and the dog.
now we are faced with a different scenario. The internet came about, iTunes came about, right? And we're in a place in which, okay, country radio is so constricted, and labels are now
You're right.
banks.
They're not paying for nothing.
It's just banks. So it's like the best time for art, the worst time for the commerce of art. But the reality is, it's given rise to some of the best music. One thing that I must state about the kind of underground country scene is there's the Muddy Roots Festival. It's almost like a new punk rock movement. The way that punk rock and the way that grunge and all these movements were that like really were something that they could not handle and they overtook a scene is what's happening in this underground country scene. It's really cool. And the thing about Hellbound Glory and these guys, it's like you offer this side of things that the country music audience, like they don't even know exists. There's like this giant scene, it's giant.
Well, now we're shaking and baking. Let me try it again. Well, now we're baking and shaking down the interstate. We got a 3-hour gig. We're fucking 3 hours late, and there's a rip-roaring crowd that just won't wait. We're getting paid, getting lady. It's American way. Just an outlaw rebel. Hell yeah, running from the devil. Hell yeah, metal to the metal. Hell yeah, when the dust all settles, I'll be down the road, another town, another state, a whole nother show, and we get to the gig.
Merle Haggard, George Jones, John Cash.
Who's gonna fill their shoes, you know?
Who's
People
gonna fill
say,
their
who's
shoes?
gonna fill their shoes?
How?
Okay, well, we gotta realize we are the branches of the tree.
Yeah.
You know, we're not the roots. The roots are already there. You know, the roots
very good
are
point.
firm and aren't.
They've been there.
You're right, and we can't replant the
That's why we have
tree.
to stick together.
Yeah.
Right. We can't replace the roots. They are there. You know, these
Sometimes
growth
you gotta
roots that
piss
we've
on them to
talking
make them
about.
grow, though.
Right. But what makes roots grow,
Shit
right?
makes the flowers grow.
Shit makes the flowers grow.
That's true. Throw in the full peep reference.
Well, boy, we have plenty of that if we want it.
I don't know, does anyone have any bullshit around here?
A ton of it.
I'm full of it.
Dirty jokes. I held my first guitar when I was 8 years old.
Thank you, everybody.
Mom and Dad raised me wrong.
Thank you for sticking around late.
Y'all ain't leaving, are you?
Take it away, Joey.
I wondered so aimless, life filled with sin.
Thank you.
I
love you. Thank you for sticking around so late, letting us tell you shit up.
like a stranger in the night. Praise the Lord, I saw the light.
This is the during party. Ain't no party like an after party.
Darkness, no more night. Now I'm so happy, no sorrow inside. Praise the Lord, I saw the light.
I was gonna say, as long as the ostrich goblet was coming.
Pete is gonna love this shit. Keep going.
Who's this gal? Is she trying to put the moves on me or something? It's like, all right. So I'm
Little
gonna talk.
campy.
Just like a blind man, I wandered alone. Worries and fears I claimed for my own. Then like a blind man, God gave back his sight. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. I saw the light. I saw the light. No more darkness, no more night. Now I'm so happy, no sorrow inside. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. Praise the Lord, I saw the light.
Thank you very much. First midnight special. Slam. Baby, how about you and me go on a vandalism spree? Burn down a Dairy Queen, maybe rob the cash machine, spend it